Hi there. This is Mark Edelman, speech-language pathologist, and welcome to the teaching of talking. This particular video is about the subject of what it really takes. That's right, what it really takes for an individual with aphasia or apraxia or dysarthria to really have a return of speaking. And, I work with many people and have done so for decades. And I found that there are a number of skills and beliefs that the people who succeed have as compared to those who don't succeed. So I thought I'd just review a couple of them with you and see where you fit along that line, okay? So if a person has aphasia or apraxia, then they usually have a pretty considerable problem with their talking. And a lot of people have been sold on the idea that apps are going to help them speak. They don't really do that a whole lot. They may have you practice saying words and things, but practicing words is not necessarily helpful for talking. Talking is a process that goes on between two people. So one of the things that I find a lot of people who don't succeed with aphasia or with apraxia therapy are the ones who believe that an app is going to help them talk again. It just doesn't really happen. What helps a person talk again is an interaction with another person, a caregiver, who takes the time to learn what to do at home and to apply those principles and techniques and methods at home throughout the day in just about all daily interactions. And, if you look at children who are great, who become great in baseball or gymnastics or skating or whatever, they've all come from families where these children get support. And support meaning that the parents make sure they practice. The parents make sure that they go to their coaches. They're just completely responsible, and they assure that their children achieve what it is they want to achieve. And there's no real difference between those with apraxia or aphasia either. The people who really succeed have caregivers. Because I want to tell you a story about one or two caregivers that I know, and their loved ones are doing very, very well. What they believe is they want mentoring. They want somebody to teach them because it's critical that they learn what to do at home. And they're the type of people who refuse to accept mediocrity. They refuse to accept minimal results. And minimal results occur when you believe that you can take somebody and give them speech therapy once or twice a week and expect that's going to help get a return of speech and language. Very rarely does it ever do that, because those people who truly get a return of speech and language are usually focused on speech and language every day, throughout the day, at home with their loved ones, and they are working towards it, and their loved ones know what to do at home. Now, one of the problems is that many people with aphasia or apraxia or dysarthria think they can do it themselves. Oh, I'm working with my apps. Or they think, oh well, I can practice what the therapist gave me. Well, the problem is that people with aphasia or apraxia or dysarthria it's very, very difficult for them to monitor themselves, to really tell if their speech is coming out clearly, if any particular sounds need to be addressed, if the speed needs to be picked up or the speed needs to be slowed down. You need a monitor. You need somebody to help give you feedback. It's kind of like if you ever get into a legal problem. They used to say you have a fool for an attorney if you want to represent yourself. Well, it's the same thing with speech therapy with aphasia and apraxia. So let's just review, because this is going to be a short video. The things that are crucial for improvement are number one, that you have somebody committed, not somebody who's mamby-pamby, not somebody who says, yeah, I want to, no, I don't, or yes, I do, or no, that'll never happen. If you have a person like that, it'll never happen. And the same thing goes with the caregiver. If you have a mamby-pamby caregiver who says, yeah, I want to, but I'm busy, I've got other things I've got to do, that's not going to work either, because it only takes a commitment by someone who takes a stand and says, yes, I want to speak, and I want to speak better. And not only does the person with aphasia or apraxia need to do that, but so does the caregiver. So you have to have a united front. A united front. Because if you don't have a united front, guess what? You lose the battle. You got to have people who are united. You got to have a team, okay? A team. And a team is not a person with an iPad. Now, if you don't have anybody to help you, an iPad is the second best thing, but it's not an optimal. It's not optimal because it's not a human being. It doesn't interact with you. So what you need to do is you really need to find somebody who's going to really help you. So you have to have a committed person. You have to have a committed caregiver. You have to have a method to learn from. You need a mentor or a speech pathologist who can train you, who can teach you what to do. Now, we train mentors, and we train therapists, and we train caregivers. And there are some who can't be personally mentored one-on-one by a therapist. And so therefore, we've created the second best thing, which we believe is the book, The Teaching of Talking, and the video, The Teaching of Talking training course. The same thing goes with apraxia. If you want to learn about apraxia, if you want to help your loved one with apraxia, you've got to learn about the sounds of speech, the positions of speech, how to tell which sounds to cover in speech, and that we all cover in the Teaching of Talking book for apraxia. So we have a book for apraxia and a book for aphasia. So you have to have a committed caregiver, a committed individual. You have to have a method to utilize, and you have to be on it every day. You have to really be on it every day, as you know, that I've shared with you before. So I just thought I'd kind of share this with you. These videos are, for those who listen and watch them, these videos are to help you keep your mind focused on what really needs to be done if you want to improve your speaking, or if you want to move forward. That's really what it all comes down to. Those with aphasia, those with apraxia, many of them can improve. Many can improve, but don't, because everybody wants to give you a communication device or have you do workbook exercises, and they don't work. You have to learn how to interact with a person with aphasia. You have to show them how to talk. You have to show them how to formulate their lips. You have to produce and talk to them in a certain way, in a slow way, in a certain way. So there are a lot of specific things you really need to do, and you can learn to do them. So this is Mark Idelman, speech-language pathologist, wishing you a good day. Below the video are a bunch of links, so if you want to join our mailing list or go to our website or find out about the products we have, they're all listed below. And so it was great having this chance to speak with you today, and we'll look forward to speaking with you again. Bye-bye now.